just arrived at the house. This is the driveway I need to level out because it's pretty unlevel. Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is the bad bit. Oh, that's a bramble scratching my old banger van. Never mind. Right. Lots of trees. Scarily large trees close to the house. And here it is. You can see through the manky old windscreen on the van. But yeah, you can see yesterday's thing there. New issues. Anyway, perfect, right? Now, got a laugh, haven't you? That was a tree that was hanging over this power line. Don't know if you can see, but yeah. Anyway, we'll get out the van and do a bit more. You'll hear some old man noises for a little bit now because I'm going to get out the van. But I am here. I need to get my wellies on as well. But let's. What I'll do is I'll get my wellies on and we'll start the video again. Right, wellies are on. Let's walk up to the back of the property. So this is the boundary of my property. Ends where that shed ends. That line there is the back of my property. This is a crush area for cattle. And so I'm going to end up digging, or putting in a wall, building a wall across there. Because this will be the back of my property. So all that tree line driveway we just came down, that behind the van up there, that's the road at the very end. The very end of that. Sorry if I wobble around a bit, I'm old. Now, yeah, that is the power line from the ESB link there. As you can see, that needs clearing out. I think I'm going to get professionals in for that because I don't really want to mess with that. And or at the very least I'm going to have to get some help with that. And yeah, that's the end of the driveway. But yeah, as you can see, this is the house. But we'll talk about that in a bit. I'm going to start doing some unloading. We'll get to the shed and then we'll have a look at the shed because that's where I'm going to be putting the stuff today. My main mission is to fill up the shed with all my tools and get it secure. So in the previous storm we had this tree come down, this one here, and now we got this one and this one. But if you notice, they are actually, well, that's 2 trees there, but 3 trunks. And you can see it probably goes, so I own that field up to about where the tree ends, as it were, and then that boggy land there belongs to the farmer next door, or to the old owner, the previous owner. But yeah, it's caused some issues, these trees. This used to be paving here, it's now a pond. Wonder if I'll have any fish. That used to be standing up. If you ever see the photos, I'll probably add some photos in to show you what it used to look like when I first came to see the property. That used to be on stands there, that concrete there. As you can see, it's been completely destroyed by the ripping up of the roots of this tree. It's been quite significant actually, and yeah, kind of terrifying. I'm very glad I wasn't here when that happened. I'd imagine that would have made the most terrifying noise and probably shaken the whole foundations of the place. Yeah, that's making the assumption it has foundations. Right, so around here, this tree's got to go, this sycamore. Sadly, but it is only a sycamore. They are kind of a weed over here because they just grow so much. And then these bastards have got to go. The others that have fallen are probably about the same size. They were probably actually slightly bigger. and I think they're a bit more exposed on that corner to the wind. These seem to have been protected by those trees there, but yeah, by golly, there's some tree felling needed. And this is the route through here to my land. My land! Septic tank's over there somewhere. Now, I used to be able to get to it, but we've had some trees down. This came down since. This bough off one of the trees there. So that needs chopping up. So I've got logs for years, although it is pine, so it's pretty bad firewood. Needs seasoning for a good while. Yeah, so let's go and have a look at the shed. Shed 7. Right. Stuff. I'm sure the farmer, the owner's uncle, I think this is all his stuff. Obviously this is the barn. And this is hay. €8 a bale. He'll be wanting it because there's probably about 2 or 3 grand's worth there. So, yeah. Here we are. Right. Giving away my security tips here. Yeah, I've got to figure this out. This is probably not going to work. That doesn't shut anymore. Oh, maybe it does. If I could get that to actually go in that hole. Yeah. No, it ain't going to go. Don't really want to dig into that. But yeah, here we are. This is my shed. I'll take my sunglasses off. Right. There's lots of random stuff in there, but you can see that this used to be a either a milking or, yeah, I think a milking shed for cattle. And yeah, it's in fairly good nick. Like the roof is still doing roof type things. It's not actually feeling damp in here at all, which is great. So this is going to be my base of operations for the foreseeable. Obviously lighting and things are a problem, and I need to fix up some of these windows and things, but it's actually not bad. And then you have this door here, which, let's see, this has not been open in at least a year, is it? Maybe, well, we know a year, more than a year. We're talking years. Oh, you. Just gonna stab myself. What the hell is that? Okay, that's guttering. So the guttering has come away, and that's probably because of our good old friend, our old buddy, Mr. Ivy. This has got to go. Look at it. It's like a peep out into the sunshine. That wire there, what is that? Where's that going? Why is that there? These are questions I will try to answer over the next few months. But yeah, guttering has come away, so that's got to go. But yeah, it's one of my missions, and you can sort of see through there. There's more. There's the trees, the back of the sort of side of the property, and they're all going, all of them. And you can actually see up there is a power line, and that tree there, which I don't know what it is. Is it an alder? It looks like an alder or something. That is in the way. That is going to damage the power line if I let it grow. Yep. Makeshift workbench. Pretty cool. Some big old beams. Good bit of woodworm in them, but they are fairly solid. Even got a vice lit. Now I've got a vice, but this is nice. Nice vice. Right, well, it actually works. Bit of oil, bit of wire brushing and oil. That'll be a usable vice again. Happy days. Always good to have more than one vice. Right. You could say I have many vices. Right. Yeah. Anyway. Oh, what's that? Jesus. Don't know what that is. Looks kinky. Right. Okay. Right, well, I'll come back to you guys once I've done some work. I need to get my gloves on, start clearing out, and of course it's just started raining. So happy days. And I need to move in the crap out, the stuff that's no good. That needs to come out. But there's a lot of timber in here which could be useful for making temporary framing or what's support bracing or whatever. Might even be using some of it as ramps to get things into the skip and things like that, which I haven't ordered yet, but once I've started demolition of things will be going into a skip. Anything wood I'm going to try and reuse, or it will just get burnt in a bonfire in June next year for reasons. Right, okay, lovely stuff. Right, well, what do you reckon that is then? I've removed about 3 of these, and they're like A-frames, and they're hinged at the top. So they're for supporting something. Anyway, interesting. Also, found this old wardrobe, which, well, I knew it was there, but it's a wardrobe. And then I was worried about what I was going to do about going to the toilet, but I don't need to worry anymore. Number 2s are sorted. Look at this. This is a thing. Boy, yeah. Wow. Might put that at the dinner table, right? Save a lot of time. Righty. Let's do a bit more clear out then. Yeah, let's get on with it, eh? Start this side. This area here, I'm going to probably just leave that. Now, that's to sort out, but this I want to sort of tidy up. Right. There's going to be storage space here in the dark. Workspace to get rid of. And let's check what it is. Tidy up. Okay, just okay. I'll leave this hole. What's in the rear? So I'll see. I might become my channel for my Wi-Fi, 4G antenna. Anyway. This might be useful for all that things. Anyway, yeah. Yeah. Right. Now, where's this stuff? That's fine. Fine. This has got some writing on it. And it says something like, you can look at the dog. you can look at the help in the shed yourself. Heights. I think it's going to say heifers. Oh, it might be an F, yeah. You can look at the heifers in the shed yourself. There you go. That's what it says. Here comes the rain. You can look at the heifers in the shed yourself. Well, there you go. I think the heifers have long gone. Right, well, it's just started to pea down. I did get the old weather alert did say there'd be some rain this afternoon. That's not good. Listen to that. Still a couple. Have a receipt. So, what's that? So, well, let's, yeah, I think I've got my big tools clean up here. Shelves here, and, yeah. It's like, well, it's like a big like a chip order. What, every time I do something, there's a sheet. Right. Right. This is the way to make things. Second one. Slide. Very interesting. I'm guessing this is for. That's a block. That's interesting. I'll keep that just because it was interest. I wonder if that was trench tamper. Don't know, something like that. That's obviously a wheel for an old wooden wheelbarrow. I think. This way. Yeah, see it. Look at this. Yeah. Old school. Wooden block. Probably had a metal tread or tyre, that sort of thing. Band, it's all rusted off. But yeah, that would have been a wheelbarrow. Yeah, bring it down. I'm going to talk about costing, just have a shop car. We're going to do it right. Yes, classic. Some drop off. Some sort. Oh, that's it. Was that probably down to step over? It's literally crumb into a soil. Huh. Yeah. Right, well, hopefully it's going to take that far away. That's going to be. That's pretty. That's going to take some shopping to see what I get to. It's actually there. See, that water came, a lot of that water came out of that thing. Just make sure it's not actually wet here. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe if I keep it away from the walls. Just don't want my tools getting rusty. Right. Anyway, you will see me again once the shelves are in. Oh. Yeah, actually, next thing will be me getting a broom. Right, let's get some sweeping done. Change that. Yeah. Oh. That's all. do for now, because next job is going to be cutting, putting up the shelves, that's it, yeah. Put up the shelves, can't speak. Put up shelves so I can put my tools on it and keep them off the ground, keep them dry-ish, and hopefully they won't rust while I'm working here. And then, yeah, get on with it. Right, well, I'll show you in a bit when I've finished building some of the shelves. Okay, bye. Well, bit of a roundup today then. Had the kids over, they got bored pretty quick. But yeah, they enjoyed smashing up a wall. I'll share some footage of that. It's called Cozy Wall. Let me show you.
Oh, I got it.
That's it.
Oh!
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, baby, that's good.
We got more of these trees here, sort of cleared out the way. Cleared some of the trees here. This is a power pole somewhere around here. And yeah, that needs more work. Let's have a look, see if I can take you in. So we've got, I don't know how the light's going to be, but yeah, it's probably all really grainy, but yeah, kind of working area now. I've got to build more of the shelves. I gave up on that yesterday. Yeah, site secure. You can probably see here. Yeah, like if you look at this, so we've got more of the driveway, sort of like pavement space cleared out, and we've got some holes through the wall now. Not sure if you can see it, but I'll share some footage of those as well. Maybe we'll see it from here. Here we go. So, a child-sized hole in the wall. So that's going to come out anyway. You can probably see all this. This is the damage of the storm. So that one and that one are damaged by the storm. No, from the storm. That was Dara last year. So yeah, we now have a pond, and it's like quicksand in there. Another victim. This traffic cone was crushed by the storm in Dara, but actually, funny enough, Amy came along and lifted that one, kind of flung it back out, so I managed to retrieve that from the pond. The pond that I never wanted. And yeah, there we are. But I did do this. I'll take you around here. Yeah. It's one of those things where the more you look, the more you see. Right. Yeah. I cleared some of this out so I can actually walk out here now. So yeah, here is this sort of late afternoon's efforts, just clearing out this so I can actually get that checked over. Now obviously these trees have to go, but surprisingly the roots haven't gone in. It all looks intact when I've looked, but we'll let the surveyor sort of say about that. So there we go, guys. I'm gonna call it a day at that, and I'll update you with more. Bye.